In like 5 minutes, I'm gonna say, "Oh fuck," and I'm gonna go check on the pot of boiling water that I forgot about. In like
That's cool.
5 minutes, I'm gonna say, "Oh fuck,"
But
and I'm
otherwise,
gonna
I'm
go
here.
check on the pot of
Awesome.
boiling water that I forgot about. In like
That's cool.
5 minutes, I'm gonna say, "Oh fuck,"
But
and
otherwise,
I'm
I'm
gonna go
here.
check on the pot of
Awesome.
boiling water that I forgot about. In like
That's cool.
5 minutes, I'm gonna say, "Oh fuck,"
But
and I'm
otherwise,
gonna
I'm
go
here.
check on the pot of
Awesome.
boiling water that I forgot about.
That's cool.
5 minutes, I'm gonna say, "Oh fuck,"
But otherwise, I'm
go
here.
check on the pot of
Awesome.
boiling water that I forgot about.
That's cool.
But otherwise, I'm here.
I forgot where exactly that, but I would never be like that. I forgot where exactly that, but I would never be like that. I forgot where exactly that, but I would never be like that.
I lost my fly swatter and it's making me sad. I lost my fly swatter and it's making me sad.
I feel like this should be one of those memes where it's like, who would win? Chris with the fly swatter or one flying boy? I feel like this should be one of those memes where it's like, who would win? Chris with the fly swatter or one flying boy?
Hang on.
I feel like this should be one of those memes where it's like, who would win? Chris with the fly swatter or one flying boy? I feel like this should be one of those. Alex Martin, are you guys back in?
Yeah,
Awesome. Alex waiting on Mondo then.
yeah, like usual. Typical
All right,
Mondo.
I'm back. Typical Mondo's back.
Awesome. Alex waiting on Mondo then. All
That
right.
sounded like one name, Alex Martin.
I'm back.
Like you were like, "Alex Martin,
Typical
you had
Mar-
your supper eaten."
I have not.
All right. So you guys got a while to kill before 10 o'clock. Like you said, it's not quite enough time to get up to McDermott and back, but you got probably 6 hours or so.
Yeah, I'd like to, if I could like grab like a chemistry book, or if I would probably have one with me or something, and see if I can figure out what this code is.
Hey, like you said, because I think you tried. It's not really.
Or did
It's
we
not-
already? Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not common enough that it's listed in like a chemistry book.
Okay, never mind.
Like you, with all your chemical background, and you've not heard of this sequence of chemicals being strung together like this.
Okay.
It's probably an invention of the mole people.
Mole people. An amazing world we live in. Felix, did you know that there are mole people?
I did not, but I am learning new things every day on this
I know.
job. Speaking of concerns, Jack, you sure you want to be doing this tonight? You're a little old to be doing a bunch of drugs.
Do I seem over the hill to you?
Show him your
Well?
teeth.
Pearly whites.
Yeah, now show me your breasts.
Awesome signature.
Can we go to a? Is
Well-
there a tattoo shop in town? Could we get that like tattooed onto him?
Boy, I was in Vietnam. You have no idea the shit I've smoked.
Well, it's up to you.
Let's have some fun.
When you were involved with MK Ultra back in the day, Jack, did you partake back then?
Well, that's a different story. The kinds of things they were making were unspeakable.
Hmm.
Well, they weren't really that unspeakable. They were mostly just dosing unsuspecting people with LSD.
Well, I'm assuming there's other stuff that we don't know that wasn't part of the declassified material, because that was just like a folder.
Yeah, that's probably a safe bet too.
Like something pissed him off.
I once drank a weird concoction an old voodoo lady gave me. That was
Really
pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm glad. Well, let's get high, boys.
So you're just gonna kind of hang out in town until 10 o'clock?
I do want to call the sheriff.
Okay. He tells you that the forensic team got into town not too long ago, and they're doing their thing.
All right, cool. We're running down another lead. Apparently, I'm not sure if I had mentioned it to you before, but the kid was a big fan of Thomas Rayburn. So, I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He's a local author, lives over in Red House. So we asked him a few questions as well. He didn't really have much to help out with there.
Maybe I should drop in and pay him a visit.
Yeah, he should be home tomorrow. Apparently, he had a little run-in with the law, and he's I don't know. I think he might be laying low.
The boy is a pisser. Damn good pornographer, too.
All right. Well, I'll be in touch, Sheriff Williams, if I hear anything. If I hear anything new. Yeah. And if you can just, if you can leave, if you guys find anything you think that might be of interest to me, if you could just leave a message for me here at the Ramada, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I will. I'll definitely let you know if the forensics team turns up anything. But my gut tells me they're not going to find a goddamn thing.
My gut agrees with you, Sheriff. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, and like I said, I'll keep you in the loop.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too. Hopefully, he doesn't go out to the house tonight.
Yeah.
While we're all like, barking at the moon and whatever. Yuri, you ever bark at the moon?
Sorry, was that for me?
Yeah, I was asking if you ever barked at the moon.
Not when I am sober, no.
Bark at the Moon. Wasn't that one of those new Transformers movies?
It
Came out 25 years after.
it was an Ozzy Osbourne album, actually.
Uh,
The Transformers are just I like that cartoon. It's a good one.
that must be one of those times that I've forgotten.
Anybody need to do anything else before your cosmic voyage?
I can't think of anything. Winston Michaels is too far away to talk to unless we tried to call him on the phone. I don't necessarily want to call anybody on the phone, though. I don't want to give them time to run.
I'm not sure if I want to call again about it, or if I would know, or if we can fast track it. But like, did my contact know anything about the effects of the drug?
Nothing at all. No. The only information you have about the possible effects of the drug are what you saw on the videotape.
Mm-hmm.
So, freaking out, hearing a number station, and then getting disappeared by some monster.
It's best that we make sure there are no speakers nearby if we do try this, but I'm not sure that we want to take the risk, really.
Oh, see, I was thinking about calling a local radio DJ and having him play something real trippy, like starting at 10 o'clock. You think that's a bad idea, Yuri? Jack, would that be a bad idea?
Perhaps we should put on the Swedish Rhapsody.
50 Cent.
I don't think Mad Dog would play it, especially for 50 cents. But I mean, we could bring we could bring the tapes with us.
And are we committed to all doing this?
I think we kind of have to, unless we can like fake not doing it. I mean,
I don't think anybody wants to be left outside of this trip.
yeah, I think I want to do it.
Well, I'm game.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not for one of us to not be like fucked up, but yeah, I think I want a trip tonight.
As a doctor, I'm pretty concerned, but I'm also not concerned at all. For reasons.
I have
Well-
mixed feelings.
Yuri, as an experienced cosmonaut, you know that first timers frequently need a trip sitter.
I will be that trip sitter.
You would take that hit for us, Yuri?
Probably if anybody could sit out, you would trust me to sit out.
Okay. Well, thank you. So I guess technically,
Like,
technically, it's like you wouldn't take that hit for us, right? Is
you guys
No,
should say-
my lingo right there?
One of Rayburn's conditions was that you all take the drug.
It was.
This is true as well. You all have nothing to worry about unless your minds are not weak. If they are weak, they will crumble into dust. But that shouldn't be the problem.
You know, it occurs to me that all the things on the video that were unusual were really not first-person experiences. They didn't seem high at all. There were no effects in the video. I wonder. He just like trails off.
You wonder
But
what?
we have our weapons, correct? It seems like this is a real thing and not just in their brains, whatever. this
Yes,
thing
we
is.
should expect that if there's any trouble, it could be dangerous in the real world. I think we should go packing, boys.
I agree.
And maybe we should show him the video first to see what he thinks.
Oh, I saw it. Oh, you're talking about him.
I think we can bring it, but I don't think we should mention it like right away. Like,
You know what you should
Right.
do is like right when this shit kicks in, you should watch it.
Exactly.
hey man, you want to see this? High def, baby. Watch
That'd
this
be
shit.
amazing. Oh, by the way,
Because that's what you want when you're doing a really strong hallucinogen, is to watch something bad happen to someone else who did the same drug. All right, so I'm assuming nobody has anything else they need to take care of before.
I can't think of anything else.
other than bringing weapons, we're good.
Well, it might be bad for him to just barge into the guy's living room with a shotgun.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I'm bringing my pistols. You know,
We can hide them somehow. Like, couldn't I bring my my guitar case?
Can you bring your what?
My guitar case. You know, just tell them that I like to play Wonderwall.
Yeah, you could tell him you want to play a song that hasn't been written for, won't be written for another 20 years.
I whispered to Felix.
I
I'm just like,
wrote
I
it.
think Jack is from the future.
I wrote it. Okay, my song.
I'm starting to suspect Jack is from the future, and I start looking at
agree.
Felix and Jack and seeing if there's any like resemblance.
No.
Yeah.
Felix Fast.
All right, so you go over to Rayburn's house at 10 o'clock. And, I don't know, you buzz the intercom.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lean on it this time, but I do buzz the intercom.
Oh, Oh, you mean I can't break in?
All right, you hear Rayburn's voice, and he's like, "Who is it?"
It's Mick Delane. We met earlier today at the bar. You invited us up to share an experience with you. I'm assuming we're at the right place.
Oh yeah, let me just buzz the gate open.
Sure.
All right, the gate rolls open, and you guys go on up to the house, I suppose.
Yeah.
I like make the peace sign and I say, "Peace, love, dope." You know, we gotta align ourselves with him.
All right, so the house is pretty much the way, it's almost exactly the way you saw it earlier. Rayburn gives you a little tour of the ground floor. Shows you his office, the living room, and in the kitchen there is a, I don't know, probably mid-20s young lady, red hair, dyed red, and she is staring intently at a flask full of blue liquid.
This is the same woman from the police station.
No, it is not.
You must be the chemist, and this is our spaceship for today.
He introduces her as Callie. And she looks at you guys and is like, she says, "You guys ready for a little adventure tonight then?"
I'd like to take you on an adventure.
Grandpa.
Get that image out of your head.
Yeah, Cal. Is this going to be similar to the to what Avery took, what James took?
She looks questioningly at Thomas Rayburn, and he kind of shrugs and shakes his head like, "I don't know what the hell they're talking about." And she says, "I don't know any James Avery, but this here is a specially enhanced DMT-19.
Really?
Very, very difficult to get outside of government channels."
Outside of government channels?
Oh yeah, this thing was developed by scientists working in MK Ultra back in the 70s. She doesn't say the 70s. She says back when MK Ultra was a thing, in the 60s.
That old? I don't think so.
This particular batch isn't quite that old. I just cooked this up last week.
So do you work for the government?
She does kind of a snorting laugh.
Or not? Okay then. This is really engendering a lot of faith that this is going to be an amazing experience. What should we expect?
Yeah, am I going to freak out or anything?
How do I insight this person to determine that they're telling the truth about this?
Roll perception.
15?
Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, you personally know a lot of what she's saying is bullshit, but she believes it. Like, you know that MK Ultra wasn't closed down in the 60s.
Yeah.
But, as far as the average civilian knows, it was.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, like, she's saying things that are not true, but she believes as far as you can tell, she believes they are true.
Interesting.
She just has bad information.
I'm gonna whisper that to kind of figure out what Mick's character is. Mick the character or the person?
Mix the character.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper that to Mick.
I'm just like, if this turns into the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, I'm not going to be happy.
Is that a possibility?
She shrugs. She's like, "I don't know. This is the first time I've ever taken it."
Okay, and I'm gonna whisper back to Fast, like, there's some other information in Avery's notebook saying that, like, I mean, it was going on till at least like 72. Or I mean, you'd probably know better than me, but So you've never taken it, so maybe it is a possibility. Have you seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, Callie?
She says, yeah, with the melting Nazis.
Yeah, I'm not gonna melt, am I? I should probably calm down if I'm gonna do this, right? I should probably try to, like, Yuri. Should I try to calm? I'm gonna try and calm down.
Deep breath.
She laughs and she says, "You're not gonna melt. You might feel like you are, but you're not gonna melt."
Okay. Cool.
Hadn't the guy taken it though?
Oh, Rayburn?
Yeah.
No, he says it's the first time. He's never done this particular drug before either.
So is this known as the Banshee strain?
They have no idea what you're talking about.
Do I know what I'm talking about?
I mean, you might, but
Or Felix probably.
Okay.
For your wheelhouse. But is this the same one that the other guy had?
well, I mean, they're saying it's DMT 19.
Yeah, I step up to the two of them and I say, all right, neither of you have tried this stuff. You say you just whipped it up. I think this story about MK Ultra may not be entirely true. How do we know that we're even taking this same drug? How do we know what effects are going to happen? Even if it is the drug.
Rayburn flashes of his and says, "Well, that's part of the adventure, isn't it, Gramps?"
I'm starting to think you're not being 100% truthful with us.
Well, he goes to the cabinet and gets some shot glasses down.
I'm like, don't be a buzzkill, Gramps.
He pours out.
We're gonna rip our clothes off and take our undies.
He pours out 5 shots and says, "Gentlemen, shall we retire to the reading room?"
Sure.
All right, he leads you kind of into his office, which, well appointed, has a nice, comfortable couch in there and a couple of chairs.
Maybe we should start a video so the next group of characters we roll up will have a clip.
I was about to ask that.
I was gonna
Can I-
say,
can
like,
I-
yeah, wait. This is how they died.
Can I perception check to see if I see any cameras in this house, stuff like that?
Give it a shot, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see any cameras.
Yeah, I'm gonna check for anybody who might be hiding in like the closet or something. Make sure that we're really alone.
All right.
Also perception.
You open up a closet door and you don't even find a closet.
I'm gonna talk to these two and say, I would like to set up a camera just to document the experience in case we forget everything afterwards. It will be interesting to watch it later.
I would love to watch it.
Rayburn, yeah, Rayburn's like, no cameras, not the first time.
Oh,
If it ends up in a 5-man orgy, I don't want to have a record of that.
well, that's not gonna happen.
But you could use it in your writing.
Are you sure it's not going to happen?
Not with you,
I'm
old man.
looking forward to that.
Find somebody your age.
So do
Oh,
we?
shucks.
Are we gonna like listen to something cool, or like we've got a video like maybe we could watch or something while we're
Why don't we just play it by ear and see what we feel like doing?
okay. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna take out a pen and paper. I'm gonna write down, "You are on drugs. You are tripping balls. Do not leave house." I'm gonna go tape it. I'm gonna go tape it on the back of the front door.
These Marines
Alright,
are so
fair enough.
Alright.
But he gathers you all in kind of the office area there and takes a shot glass before you guys have a chance to react and downs it. and pulls a really horrible face. He says, "Oh, that is foul fucking venom."
Has he handed us anything yet?
There are the 4 shot glasses lined up on a tray.
I
On a
take
desk.
one and I like move out of his range of sight. Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah, because he's turning his back to you and he says, "Let me get you boys a drink while we wait."
Yeah, I dump it in a plant or some shit.
I walk right up and I look at it like intriguingly and I down it.
Yeah, well,
Right,
Yuri, before you
he's
do
a
yours
sec-
down the hatch, I take mine and I gesture to Yuri and I say, perestroika, and I to like tink him. Tink.
All right, so you're drinking yours, Mick. You're drinking yours, Felix, and Yuri. I guess you're drinking yours.
Yeah.
Nostrovia.
I'll even drink.
Yuri licks the glass.
Glass. Yeah, right.
He's chewing on it. No blood. Oh no.
All right, well, Thomas Rayburn's assessment of foul fucking venom is dead on. I mean, this stuff tastes like ass. I mean, there's just no other word for it.
Whiskey face.
So how is it?
Tastes
Well,
like
now-
chemicals.
Down the hatch.
I say that, but I obviously am not drinking.
So, what do you fellas want to drink?
I'll take some whiskey.
Yuri, this is my first time. What should I drink, Yuri?
Lots of water would be good.
I'll have lots of water then.
Mineral water would be nice.
All right, so he brings whiskey on the rocks and 3 ice waters over.
All right.
I
so
look for the minerals.
I've got 3 ice waters. What are the rest of you drinking? Yuri said lots of water.
I grab my whiskey and I nod and thank him and take a seat.
So he says, just out of curiosity, who's in charge of your little band of misfits here?
Well, technically, as a band of misfits, I'd say there's no one really in charge. I think we're all kind of equally in charge, and we're all equally, not in charge,
Who would lead a group of anarchists? No.
right?
Fight the
He
system.
kind of kicks back in his chair, throws his feet up on the desk. He's wearing like some alligator skin cowboy boots.
Oh, these from the Macaulay?
Oh shit! My water is boiling.
Yeah, don't forget your boiling water.
Are we gonna have like Macaulay flashbacks, like looking at this guy's boots? Are we gonna shoot his feet?
No, you know what? They're snakes getting fine.
Okay, all right.
And he looks at you, Mick.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he says, "Well, you seem to be kind of the front man here. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How do you feel about liars?"
How do I feel about liars? Well, it depends on the lie. It depends on what they're lying about. It depends why they lie, It's a complicated question.
Let's just, off the top of my head here, a hypothetical situation.
Sure.
Let's say a few people broke into your house
Mm-hmm.
and then acted very friendly and then came over later to partake of your generous offer of drugs. What would you think of a man like that?
I would think if a man like that was looking for a poor kid who was allegedly lost in the desert but went missing after taking some weird drugs, I think that they were just doing their best to try to find such a kid.
You wouldn't think that person was a fucking snake in the grass?
No, not depend. Once again, it all depends on why they're doing it. Did something like that happen to you, buddy?
Like, a couple of my neighbors are actually decent people and they don't have sticks up their asses, and they tend to let me know when a truck full of CIA agents jump out and break into my house.
A CIA agent. 1. And I leaned on your doorbell for a very long time, giving you plenty of opportunity to come to the door. I may have broken it.
Well, I was a little indisposed at the time.
We found that out later. We don't want no trouble with you, Mr. Rayburn. We're looking for the kid. And answer Yuri's question.
What was Yuri's question?
Are we all poisoned now? I assume that you didn't give us actual drugs.
No, I would not invite someone into my home and poison them. I'm a relatively honest sort of man.
Gun is staying in its holster.
Did I call that or what, Joe? I knew I was going to have to go and grab my boiling water at the last minute, screaming, "Oh shit."
Throw your boiling water on Rayburn.
Yes. No. Wait, did he drug us? I mean, well, he obviously drugged us. Did he poison us?
He says
No,
he did
didn't
not.
poison you.
Oh. Okay.
But he
I
says
mean, I wouldn't have
quite
been poisoned
pointedly-
either way, but you guys would have been.
He says quite pointedly that the drug should take effect in about 45 minutes. And he looks directly at you, Jack, and says, "Even for you, Gramps."
I'm like watching everybody for signs that they are having some sort of drug effect so that I can copy it.
I
He
kind of
says,
have a
"You
feeling
think
that
I-
won't be a problem.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't say that. I'm doing that.
Right, no, but I'm saying out of character, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Okay.
He
Well,
says,
just-
"You think I don't notice that the the liquid in the shot glass I gave you is currently watering my plant here on my desk, but the drug wasn't in that. The drug was in the water."
Dun dun dun.
And the whiskey?
Well, it was in the ice.
Oh, you're good.
Well, shit.
Good, Rayburn.
Yuri starts chewing on an ice cube.
We brought the video with us, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, all right, well, before it kicks in, let me tell you why it may seem that we're a little shady. Like I said, we're looking for this kid, and well, this is. Let's go to the videotape. This is what happened to this kid before he went missing, and this is why we may be acting a little shady. We're concerned. Yuri, hook us up.
Oh, we're really doing this, huh?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I mean, let the guy see what happened to this poor kid that he
Let's do
dosed.
him. Okay, do it.
All right. Do you want me to roll for it or just?
Nah,
I'm
that's
like-
fine. He's got a VCR. You can just pop it in.
Considering you're selling stuff to people that you never even tried yourself.
I'm like glaring at Rayburn, like just daggers.
He's like, "Wait, whoa! I didn't sell anything to anybody. This is my first contact with this particular drug."
What was your first contact with James Avery?
I don't know. 6-7 years ago, a kid sent me a letter out of nowhere. Said he wanted to be a writer. Said he liked my work. That doesn't happen as much as it used to, so I wrote back to him. We've exchanged irregular correspondence ever since.
Well, let's watch the video, and I'll point out where it seems that he may have gotten the drug from you. He doesn't flat out say your name, but when they ask, and so let's watch on the again. Let's go to the videotape.
Yeah, Rayburn. Let's watch the videotape.
Again, I mean, I'm not
Loony
accusing you of anything. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I've been reading your book. I'm quite enjoying it. The New York Times said it was a work of schizophrenic genius.
The man just drugged us.
Well, we came to get drugged. I mean,
He laughs and he's like, "The New York Times said it was a work of schizophrenic chaos. Period. The man who wrote this was no genius." That's
Well-
what the 3 dots were for. The part of the quote they left out for the cover.
So where does genius come in? Not A?
The man who wrote this was no genius.
So you didn't write this?
Oh, I certainly did. They were wrong in their review.
So you are a genius. I'm confused. The drug. It's the drug. I'm freaking out.
My hands are huge.
But no, I do
Wait, so
I
you
do want to
showed
play him the
me.
video. Yeah, I want to play him the videotape.
And he watches the videotape and doesn't make a lot of comment on it. And right at the end, he's like, "That could have been anything.
It could have
Tape
been
could have
anything.
been doctored.
It could have
Tape
been
could have been
doctored.
doctored. Could have been faked."
It could have been. It doesn't change the fact that James Avery is now missing. The person with James Avery, whoa, I think it's starting to kick in. The person who was with James Avery is not only missing, but his house has been stripped clean. They even took the countertop, which doesn't make me feel too good about what's happened to him.
Well, actually, if it's doctored, the videotape means dick shit.
All right, everybody make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Fucking neighbors, we should have killed the neighbors.
Chris, you don't know this yet, but perception is like my favorite role here.
I mean, perception's good. I got nothing against perception. Why do I keep rolling a 1? What the fuck? That's like 3 times now.
Let's roll 20.
I feel like this is rigged.
If you want to roll it manually, you can. That's fine.
No, it's okay.
All right, so
I don't
Nick,
even know what I'm rolling, to be perfectly honest.
you notice that while this conversation is going on, Callie has appeared in the doorway,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you notice right now. If you turn to look at her, she has like a kind of a strange, kind of a far-off look on her face.
Okay.
Like no one else has seen her but you at this point.
Callie,
She
all
was
right?
dead all along.
She doesn't look at you, but she says real quietly, "Something's outside."
Oh, shit. Well, I guess I didn't say that because I didn't hear that. If she just said it real quietly. Did she say that loud enough for me to hear?
I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anything like that wrong with your hearing.
Okay.
Unless you took a flaw that your hearing was bad.
I did not.
All right, your hearing's fine then.
All right.
Oh, Rayburn doesn't have any pets, right?
Say what now?
Rayburn doesn't have any pets, right?
No pets, no.
Not even a pet hell monster?
Not that you saw a food dish for.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, if I hear that, I'm gonna get up and ask her where in the what side of the house.
Did anybody check for a radio?
All right, she looks dead at your eyes, and her pupils are like super dilated to the point where you can't even, you can barely see the iris anymore. It's like her eyes almost look black. And she says, "It's coming. It's coming to the back door."
Okay.
Are there any
looking
windows where
back.
we can see?
Or you
It's
can't
North
really
Koreans.
You can't really see any windows kind of out the back door, but the back door is one of those where it's got like the half window, half finishing blinds.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, I want to check it out. I'm gonna go up to the window and move the dainty curtains aside.
I'm gonna stand by the front door and I'm gonna say, Felix, I'm right behind. No, I don't do that. I'm gonna stay fairly close to him.
Felix, I'm gonna go call for backup from the payphones.
Yeah, I pull my Magnum out and I'm just like waiting for something. Just getting ready to shoot if something comes in.
All right, Felix, you go and you sort of poke your fingers to the Venetian blinds and peer through them a little bit. Roll a difficult willpower test.
So, but do I like? What do I add to difficult
just-
for that?
It's
Oh, you
just a D10 plus your willpower, just 1 times your willpower. If you click that button that says difficult, then that should do it.
What does it change about the roll?
Because a normal roll is twice your stat.
Okay.
All right. You see something out there, and it really startles the living shit out of you. And you let out this very not girly at all kind of scream and stumble back and trip over your own feet and fall on your ass.
Okay.
And then
So-
the power goes out.
Oh.
Oh, this is how it happens in the movies.
This is how we die.
So Yuri knows he's done research on psychic phenomena. Would he be able to tell if like these things are being caused by psychic stuff? I
Is
know.
that like a skill for like psychic knowledge, like there is like occult knowledge that you have?
Are you asking, do I have something like that, or?
You know what? Roll your research. Roll your psychic phenomena research.
Now I'm gonna pull my gun while
This does
people
not
think-
feel like psychic phenomena.
Is there some way I can do like an intelligence or something on what I know from MK Ultra about whether or not drugs can cause these like this level of like? Well, no, because this would be a group hallucination in that case, and that's not possibly drug induced.
Does it?
Well, just anything from MK Ultra that this might remind me of.
Nothing that you were ever party to.
Does it feel occulty?
It doesn't really feel occulty, but if you've been paying attention, which I expect you of all people would have been, the seepage in the area. It's pretty heavy at this point. It didn't used to be.
So the seepage is increasing.
Yeah, like dramatically.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely
seepage?
pulling my gun.
Wait, seepage? What? What is seeping?
Is this stuff starting to kick in?
You're not feeling any effects yet, no.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just like, something's going on here without being like all
Seepage,
freaky out
yeah.
about it.
Right.
Seepage is just like the psychic energy that's like sort of seeping out from wherever.
Think of it kind of like the Force. It like everything generates seepage, but it kind of pulls in areas of like collective consciousness where like people think the old abandoned house at the end of the road is haunted, so it actually is.
Gotcha.
But Jack Fast knows nothing about this.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you guys are in the dark. There's definitely something outside.
Okay, I'm gonna get back up. And,
And- Rayburn kind of goes, "Oh, fuck."
is he back in the room or did he follow us?
He kind of followed you guys out there, yeah.
What's wrong, Rayburn?
Well, apparently you saw something outside and the lights just went off. That's not enough?
That's enough for me, I say. Like, I'm just holding my gun. I'm just like, yeah, no, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. And I'm feeling much bad juju here.
He unlocks a gun cabinet and takes out like an AK-47.
Nice,
Wow.
Rayburn. Nice.
My man.
He's like, "We should go upstairs, lock the doors."
As usual, we're the least armed people in the room.
And he starts heading up the stairs. I mean, you can see a little bit. I mean, it's dark, but you can see from like the street lights and stuff outside shining through the windows.
I'm like, Felix, what did you see?
I don't know what I saw. What did I see? Shapes, shadows, anything?
What you really saw was something tall. Like maybe 7, 8 feet.
Okay, that rifle that I brought with me, I'm breaking that out.
The one that's out in the truck.
Oh shit! Wait, I had to announce that.
Well, he's not gonna let you just walk in carrying a bunch of obvious guns.
I thought it was in the guitar
But
case, though.
But it's my guitar.
Oh, right, your guitar.
Yeah, he was going to
case.
play
All right.
Wonderwall. I said, baby, you're
Right,
going to
so
be the
I
thing
just-
that kills me.
I just Rambo out my assault rifle.
Okay.
I'm like,
gonna-
Jesus Christ! I thought you were just going to play a song.
Oh,
Yeah,
senile guy
baby.
with a high-powered weapon. Run away!
From the top of the stairs, Rayburn calls out, "What the fuck are you guys waiting on?"
Yeah, good idea. But I am gonna. I'm slowly moving back, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna keep my eyes open on the back door. I'm gonna let everyone else go ahead of me unless no one else wants to go. But I'm backing towards the stairs to go up the stairs. I'm just like, go, go, go.
I kind of want to check it out, I say.
All right, we'll do it, backing up slowly because like the fuck.
That bad, huh?
I don't know. It might have a phaser claw.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door to see if I can get a better look.
You are gonna need to make a difficult willpower check to convince yourself to open that door, man. Something
Okay.
out there scared the fuck out of you.
I got your back.
And it's just so that like you said, it wasn't. I don't know how to do this, but like I can't tell if it was a psychic thing or not.
I mean, you can't tell anyways.
Yeah. Okay. As long as you remember that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Difficult will roll. Let's see if I can do this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, in fact, you don't even want to go back in the kitchen where the back door was. You're like, no, I want to go check this out, but no, I'm not going in there. Fuck that.
Yeah. I back away in fear.
Yo, if this is recorded, you got to listen to yourself there later because that was perfect. It was like, whoop! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Alright, if everybody else is scared witless, then I guess Yuri will go upstairs as well.
Yeah, I'm very spooked, but I'm still like, I'm moving, backwards towards the stairs, like, not too slowly. I'm not like creeping, but like, I've got my eyes
Yeah, I
on the
hear
back
you.
door for as long as possible. Got my gun like pointed at it, hoping I'm not going to shoot a sheriff.
I hear you. You're kind of like backing up in the dark, and the first thing you notice about backing up in the dark and trying to watch your back at the same time is that there's always a behind you that's dark.
Yeah.
But you get to the top, you get to the bottom of the stairs, and you hear a thump from the front door. Like something pretty large kind of crashed into it.
Okay. I start I start backing up the stairs. Still pointing my gun down the stairs. I'm just like shit.
He was in the front of us, right?
Yeah, Mick was kind of bringing up the rear as far as like letting everybody go first, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to basically be behind whoever was closest to the doors. I'll back up with that person.
All right, Rayburn's at the top of the stairs. There's a door that he's standing, kind of holding open. He's like, "Come on, get the fuck in here."
I can get in there.
Yeah, Yuri will go in there. Are there any windows
Yeah.
in this other room?
I'll go into.
Yeah, it's a bedroom, and there is a window.
All right, Yuri will go over to the window, see if he can see anything outside.
All right, you look out in the backyard. The window overlooks the back. The way the house is built, like you can't really see what's directly next to the house in the back because there's like more roof under this window. But he's got a nice pool back there.
Oh, you did not
So-
invite us to the pool?
So we've got lights going out so far. We've had one person who saw some kind of thing, but what other like tangible evidence do we have? Was there anything I'm missing?
Nothing so far. But as soon as you're all in the room, Raven closes the door and locks it, and
Okay,
kind of barricades it with a chair.
as Fast and I were backing up the stairs, I say, "Grandpa, keep me safe."
I've got your back.
Not
Sonny.
you.
Oh.
And then I'll go into the room.
All right, Raven's like, when you get in there and he barricades the door, he's like, "What the fuck was that?"
I don't know, but the seepage is going through the roof.
We haven't all seen this thing. All we've had was the lights go out. It could be a coincidence. I want to get a look at it.
Right, I need perception checks all around.
I mean, me, Felix, and Yuri, we fought an alligator man. So if if Felix is if it's enough to startle Felix, I gotta say,
It may not be real. We're all tripping.
you think it may be a mole person?
I think it may be in our heads.
The
I
mole
do not
people
think
get in
it
your
is a
heads?
psychic thing.
That's what they do, yes.
Like on a little hamster wheel?
All right, Yuri. Actually, I'll send this to you. Hang on.
I believe that whatever is happening here is real and not a psychic manifestation.
Is there enough light in this room, like background light or light from the street or whatever, that I can get like a slight reflection from like the window if I like look at the window?
Yeah, probably.
All right, I want to look. I want to look at the reflection in the window, see if I see Grampy.
Is there a phone line anywhere?
Yeah, there's a phone in the room.
I want to run a wiretap detector on it.
Do you have one with you?
I should.
Sure, you reach in your pocket, you pull out your fancy wiretap detector, and you don't find a wiretap.
Well, they haven't been listening in here.
I hear music from downstairs.
You hear what?
Music.
Oh, shit.
Maybe music.
Is it like
Probably
Alright.
the same
Yuri-
radio.
All right, let me out that door.
the Swedish Rhapsody?
enough.
Swedish Rhapsody, Yuri? Swedish Rhapsody?
I cannot make it out exactly, but that would be.
Fuck.
So
Right,
he
Rayburn
locked the door,
kinda-
right?
Yeah, it's like locked and barricaded with a chair, and Rayburn's standing.
Rayburn, open this door.
Don't
He's
open
like,
the door!
Shh, 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 quiet, quiet.
What is it?
He moves the door and he moves the chair and opens the door just a crack. And yeah, you can all hear the music now. And it sounds very much like that Swedish Rhapsody.
Whatever the hell's down there is getting a belly full of lead.
He looks around, he's shit. Where's Callie?
Oops.
And you guys look around and she is not in the room with you.
Shit. All right.
Oh,
Did I see Grandpa's reflection in the window?
Sure, why not? Yeah, you saw him there.
What was? How did he look? Like was he giving me any sort of like? Did he look at me like I was going to be joining him soon? Did he have his hands out like come on, Mick?
Yeah, he was beckoning.
Son of a bitch.
No,
Okay.
no, he was just pretty normal there, pretty normal looking there.
Okay. I'm just like
You actually caught him taking a ghost shit, so he looked a little embarrassed, maybe.
okay. I'm like Grandpa. All right. I'm just like fuck it, and I'm gonna go out the door, gun out, and I'm gonna yell Callie's name. I'm like Callie.
I like that, but I stop him before he goes out the door, and I hand him a pair of night vision goggles.
You don't have night vision goggles.
Really?
Yeah,
It's in my inventory.
I wanted those earlier.
Yeah, I was keeping them a secret, but what?
Yeah,
Do
you
I have
have,
them in the truck?
I mean, you didn't bring like all of your personal gear with you. I wouldn't think.
Should I start marking off what I'm bringing? I just assumed I had it all.
Yeah, sorry, man. It's kind of
Okay.
important to the plot for later that you don't have night vision goggles.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look down the stairs. At the top of the landing, I'm just gonna yell Callie's name. I'm just like, Callie! Gun pointed down.
Spooky
Yeah,
monster man.
You get no response on that.
I'm like, fuck. Cover me, maybe, please, and I'm gonna start heading downstairs.
All right, Yuri will follow.
Yeah, same here.
I'll go.
Let's go, Rayburn.
He goes, fuck that, you guys go. I'm staying here.
Okay.
Give me your gun. Give me your gun then.
Yuri whispers under his breath, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!"
Yeah, baby. Come out to Nevada, have some laughs.
You say, give me your gun. He's like, no, what if that thing gets past you? I need the gun.
Oh, if it gets past us, you're dead anyway.
You guys are CIA. You go check it out.
Coward. I'll leave.
All right, you get to the bottom of the stairs. Give me a regular willpower test on this one.
Or all of us, or
Yeah, everybody.
wow, Felix, you're really broken in spirit there.
Just
Yeah,
Tragic.
man.
Your willpower is awesome if you crit failed and have an 11.
Yeah, right.
All right, so about the time you get back to them, you guys are already pretty nervous here. You get down to the bottom of the stairs, and the music stops and the lights come back on. And Felix is kind of startled by this, and once again gives a totally not girly little scream.
All right. I yell.
The front door is wide open, and there is no sign of Callie anywhere.
Okay, I run out the front door, still holding my gun, and I yell Callie's name. I'm like, Callie!
You hear one of the neighbors yell, "Shut the fuck up! People are trying to sleep."
Shut the fuck up! You go to sleep. I'm like, I'm gonna go around the house. Quickly. I mean, I'll come back and look a little harder if I don't see anything else. But just scanning the area for any sort of sign of gouges in the lawn, any sort of footprints, blood spatter, anything. Just like a quick look. But I want to run around to the back of the house.
Give me a perception check.
Nice.
All right, there's when you get to the back of the house, there's some weird kind of smudgy spots on the concrete. Can't really tell what they are, but they're spaced far enough apart that they could be footprints.
Ooh. All right, kind of spinning around. I'm yelling Callie's name again.
Yeah, you can yell all you want, but she's not gonna respond.
Any more neighbors pipe in?
Yeah, a couple of people tell you, yell, "Shut up! They're calling the cops," that sort of thing.
a plant pot drops on your head.
Like I'm in a Heathcliff cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just like, fuck! And I'm gonna go back to the rest of them.
Alright, Rayburn comes downstairs. He's like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Did you watch the fucking videotape, Rayburn? Same fucking
I watched
thing.
the videotape.
Yeah, same fucking thing, only now it's your fucking friend Callie. So doctored? Probably not.
So I should have a flashlight in my kit. I'm not sure what parts of my inventory I have or don't have at this point.
Yeah, you got a flashlight. That's
So
fine.
I'm gonna pull that out and try to give us a little bit of a better view.
Was like examining the back door handle or anything like that. Was it like broken open or was it?
The back door is still closed and locked. Actually, the front door was just opened.
Okay, and is the lock still broken?
Yeah,
Somewhere
the
around
lock is definitely still broken.
But there was like nothing else. Like basically, it wasn't forced entry.
Doesn't look like it was forced. Looked like somebody from either inside or outside just turned the handle and opened it.
Okay.
Can we see anything out the front door? Or is it all just business as normal out there?
Everything looks pretty normalish out there. A couple of dogs barking in the distance.
Hey Rayburn, you got a security system? You got any cameras in here?
It's like, yeah, I got cameras.
Let's look at them. Maybe we can save this girl.
All right, he plays the camera footage.
While he's playing the camera footage, I'm going to start preparing. Is the seepage still strong?
It's getting weaker, but yeah, it's still relatively strong right now.
I'm going to start preparing a ritual space for reading the past. And
all right,
if the cameras show nothing, I'm gonna ask these guys to like just cover me while I do this.
All right, there's no guarantee that the seepage is still going to be high enough by the time the ritual is done.
All right, so I'm just going to
start.
I'm going to start doing it then. I'm just going to start ritualizing.
I mean, you can rush it, but it'll take it's a little higher on the difficulty for that.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna dive into it while they're checking the footage. I'm not gonna wait for the footage. They can. I'm just leave me be, guys, and I'm gonna do it.
All right, so the footage, which is not great because it's at night and it's dark. Most of the lights are off, There's footage from the back and footage from the front. And the camera in the back showed that something relatively tall, relatively slender, kind of walked up to the back door for a bit and then walked out of range of the camera. And then the same thing, you can't quite tell what it is, sort of came to the front door. And the front door opened without being touched from, the outside camera point of view. And then the camera shows what you assume to be Callie and this other thing sort of walking off together.
Are we going to 6?
5. Yeah, 6 your time, I guess.
Like hand in hand. I mean, I'm busy.
Not really hand in hand, but it doesn't look like she was being forced.
Okay.
Like she was just kind of in a daze following.
So in the video where she's in it, is she totally clear and looks normal, and this other thing is just like an ambiguous shape?
No, it's based on the shape that you can see of her, or what you assume is her. It's roughly her shape. And then there's the other thing. And give me a perception check again, whoever's watching this video. All right, so you notice just before they kind of get off camera, it almost looks like they start to fade.
Like Star Trek fade?
Yeah, like maybe.
Interesting.
Less gold sparkles.
Yeah, not so much sparkles as just sort of fading out.
All right, let me know when you're ready for me to attempt to read the past. I'll hit my roll.
I wish I had access to the old satellites from the motherland.
Yeah, why don't you read the past? I just want to ask Rayburn about what was her name?
Callie.
Callie. Like, where did he meet her, etc. But you can do it after you do your roll.
Need a willpower check for that.
Okay.
All right, good enough. You get so close every time on this, man.
I know, right?
One of these days. All right, so Rayburn explains he actually met her at the bar that you guys were drinking at. She kind of knew who he was, and she was a former chemistry student until she got arrested for drug possession. And maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that, she came to him and said that she found this formula for this top secret government drug that was supposed to be the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And she was going to cook up a batch. And this is where he makes his big confession. He's like, seriously, guys, I did not drug you. Callie was the only one who took the drug.
What?
Well, when we first planned this, it was just going to be me and her. And I'm 53 fucking years old. No time in my life to be trying out dangerous new substances. We figured it would be best to have at least one sober person hanging around in case something happened.
So it was Rohypnol? Was that
No,
Was it
where
the-
did you get
oh.
that idea?
Rayburn? Dirty old man.
Date rape.
So interesting.
Where did you come up with the idea that it was Rohypnol?
You and with a 20-year-old girl, and she's the only one taking drugs, so. you
He has a good
Porny
point.
pornographer guy? Yeah, I don't know where'd I get that idea. I must be crazy.
I don't
Okay,
know. I think
I'm-
that's a questionable connection right there.
I'm seeing where you're connecting the dots here. He actually seems kind of offended by that. He's like, I would never do that.
Oh, that's good to know, because you only lied to us about 2 or 3 times. Totally believe you this time around. But anyway, let's try to get her back, huh?
Well, I know where she said she lived. We can start there. Or you can
Okay.
start there. Jesus Christ, this is so far out of my wheelhouse. I think I'm just gonna have a drink and call it a night. If I can sleep at all after this.
Top notch, Rayburn. Top notch.
Well, if you need help sleeping, just remember that the lock on your front door is broken. Okay, goodbye.
Well, I'm still. Don't leave me, guys.
Yeah, are we still tripping?
Well, I'm doing this for 2
Oh,
hours.
no, we're not tripping.
We're not
We're
tripping
not.
at all.
Yeah, for
No, you're not tripping at all.
So these Callie, who are her colleagues? We need to figure out where this drug is coming from.
Well, he draws you like a crude map to a little housing subdivision and circles the one that he thinks is her house.
Let's get over there.
He says, you'll be looking for some sort of a door or a basement, something underground to keep it off the, keep it out of sight from the, like, heat-seeking
Yeah,
cameras.
she might have a lab or something like that. Okay.
So, you guys are kind of filing out of the house there, and he's like, don't take this the wrong way, but I hope I never see any of you fuckers again.
Has enough time passed for me to have like done my reading the past? I mean, I realize it failed, but I mean, would I know that before the 2 hours are over so that I could be like, it's not working, guys, and get up and like, you know?
Yeah, we'll say you could be like, guys, this is not gonna work.
Okay, all right, cool. Because I was gonna say, don't leave me. It takes me 2 hours to do this. You guys are just gonna leave me in this living room as I'm sitting there like cross-legged, like you know.
And I look at Rayburn and I'm like, yeah, you hope you better not see us again, because the next people are going to be here are the cops, because you were last seen with that girl. When she's reported kidnapped or missing persons, we'll be talking to you. You and your,
Yes,
you and
Rayburn.
your sparkling record.
Shuck it, Rayburn. Shuck it long and shuck it hard.
Is there any more of the substance left that that she may have taken? I mean, I know she didn't give us the blue stuff, but I'm gonna ask Rayburn. I'm just like, is there anything left of what she took?
I don't know. She said she took it, then drove right over here.
Oh, so she took it beforehand. So there's none here.
No, there's none here.
Okay, so now we're both liars. Have a good day.
Yep. So, quick question before we go to Kelly's house. Do we need any other gear or anything?
I want my goggles.
I don't need anything. All I've got is I've got a song in my heart and a smile on my face. Actually, I'm probably not smiling. I'm probably really fucking disturbed and pissed off. Cleve, we were doing this other new thing with the with my abilities. What am I removing points from? Would that be my my endurance
Your
or essence? Okay.
Essence.
All right. Let me do that there.
Oh yeah, what was that rule about the essence?
Yeah, also, yeah, I need you to roll 2d4, Martin. Because you get essence lost when you get scared, too.
Oh.
I should write down my totals before I start subtracting stuff.
Well, that worked out well for you.
27 essence, which will now drop by 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay.
Jack, as far as your night vision goggles go, you thought you packed them, but you know you're getting on up in years.
Yep.
I make that mistake sometimes.
Okay, let's go over to Kelly's house.
All right. I'm gonna ask them to if there was anything on the tape, and I'm assuming like they would describe to me what they saw.
I don't know. Are you guys gonna tell them what you saw on the tape?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yep.
Okay. Now my my myth and legend stuff is more specific to the Midwest urban legendy type stuff, but I want to if I can, I'd like to see if it sounds familiar to anything I may have heard about.
All right, roll it, but -2.
Okay, so 6.
So no.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, no help.
Fast, you're from the future.
I think it was aliens.
I have Russian myths and legends. Should I even bother rolling it?
I mean, you could try. I don't. Yeah, give it a shot.
14.
I'm gonna say it sounds like vaguely similar to something, but I don't personally know enough about like Russian mythology.
That makes 2 of us.
There's a lady who drives around a hut with chicken legs.
So yeah, it sounds like maybe vaguely similar to a couple of different things from, but it doesn't
Nothing
match up like on all key points,
used.
you know.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Fast, are you still driving like the car was stolen?
Indeed, I am.
Awesome.
Can I switch in a starlight telescope then?
Yeah, you could pop out your starlight scope.
Okay.
No,
Well, I just wanted to replace that in my inventory.
not while you're driving.
Okay, what are we doing?
We are headed to Kelly's house. We got the address from Rayburn.
Well, we got a elementary school kid, Matt.
Yeah. But once we get to the right street, just look for 555. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
It's actually 444.
Ah.
Asshole.
I love the 555. Are you kidding me?
What if it's a sequence of numbers from the Swedish Rhapsody?
And exhale.
All right, so you get to the subdivision, and it becomes clear pretty quickly that this subdivision is still under construction.
Completely, like no finished homes, or are there like a few finished homes?
Like there's a few in the toward the entrance, which is one of the houses that Rayburn had circled, but
Okay.
they like the yards haven't been sodded yet. They still have like the not cardboard, but like the big numbered triangle in front of the houses where the yard should be. I mean, it looks like if somebody was gonna have a lab, this would be a nice isolated place to have one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go in.
Right, the front door is actually open to crack.
I'm still holding my assault rifle.
Is there a doorbell?
There is a doorbell.
I knock on the door.
All right, as you knock, it opens a little wider
Mm-hmm.
from the force of your knocking.
And I'm peering in. I do have my gun drawn, and I'm peering in as it opens a little further. And then if like no one answers in a couple seconds, I'm just gonna push the door open.
All right, you push the door open. It's pretty dark in there. Well,
And
you've
I'm
got
gonna put my
flashlights.
Flashlight on, yeah. Actually, I hand flashlights to everyone, and then I hand everybody a radio, and I say, "If we get separated, use this."
Thanks, Jack.
I put the radio in my pocket. And I'm gonna like molder the flashlight and the gun and stuff.
Sure. So there's no furniture in this place. There's a countertop though.
Okay.
So I look at him with his awesome Mulder flashlight setup, and I say, "You've done this before."
No, it just seemed natural.
Right on.
When did the X-Files? When did the X-Files first air?
I think 1991.
Yeah.
I saw it on TV.
Badass.
Oh shit, 93.
We missed it.
Chris Carter was watching me, and he's like, "That
It's
looks
probably
good. I'm
on
gonna
a
Mulder
cop
do
show.
that."
You saw a commercial or something. I don't know.
There we
Maybe
go.
it was in Lethal Weapon or something.
All right, you do notice, because it's kind of hard to miss, because it's really the only thing that looks remotely out of place. There's a camera, like a tiny little camera stuck to the ceiling in the living room. And the wire kind of goes down a hallway. And through a little hole in the wall. And the hole is located above, it looks like a walk-in cooler door.
Go there.
All right, it's got a like a deadbolt latch, or not a deadbolt, but like a bolt latch on the outside.
I pull out my bolt cutters.
I mean, you could just slide the latch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not locked?
No.
Oh. Well, then I don't pull out my bolt cutters.
All right.
I
Yeah.
slide the latch.
I'm standing over his shoulder, with my gun.
I point my my assault rifle in and then toss a rock.
You toss a rock where?
Well, what's in there?
All right, you open it. I'm assuming you open the door.
Yeah.
All right. It's a set of wooden stairs, not even like finished wooden stairs. It looks like somebody just came in and didn't have much construction knowledge and just nailed together a few boards to make some stairs.
Okay, then I toss a rock down the stairs.
The rock hits well, it doesn't make a noise after it clatters off the stairs, so you're not sure what it hit.
No noise. Perhaps
Well,
a fall.
Do I get the feeling that that Fast is I mean he seems pretty spry for like an older guy, but do I get the feeling that maybe he's, I don't want to risk him like falling through like shitty stairs, right?
Breaking a hip.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna take the lead, carefully going down the stairs, like like testing each step as I'm going down to see if it's gonna fall apart on me.
Sure, they don't look very well put together, but they're actually fairly sturdy. When you get down there, though,
Mm-hmm.
you see a couple of computers, like a chalkboard on one wall. It's like this room that somebody more or less dug out in the crawl space. Not a lot of space down there. Like any more than three of you, be pretty tight quarters down there. But there's a computer. There's a notebook on a desk. There's the video feed for the camera, and there's some chemistry stuff that Felix would recognize.
Okay, I'm gonna call Yuri and Felix down, and I'm gonna go back up, and I'm gonna, I'm like Fast. There's not a lot of room down there. This is their wheelhouse.
This is what house?
Their wheelhouse, like they're Yuri and Felix are good with the electronics and the chemistry shit. I don't know. You might be. I apologize for making assumptions based on your age.
Wheelhouse is a little new on me, but you're right. I don't know about this chemistry. All that newfangled science stuff.
Perhaps if we find a bingo set, Mr. Fast will be of use.
I'll be twiddling my thumbs.
Yeah, Yuri's going to take a look at their camera system, see if we can get anything useful off of it.
Yeah, I'll head down there too.
All right, you're both down there. Yuri, roll electronics real quick. It's pretty easy on this one though. Right, yeah, you figure out pretty quick. You can rewind the camera and watch footage from the last couple of hours.
Okay.
It seems to be on like a loop with like this dual VCR setup where it like records the one and then records to the second one, and then it rewinds the first one and records over that. So you can get like a 4-hour loop on it.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll
Question.
fast forward through it and see if I notice anything.
This is a good time to ask. Like, my research is based on my CIA position, I believe. So, like, what exactly can I research?
That's a really good question.
Am I just good at researching?
Probably yours is more along the investigation side of it.
Okay. Well, then I'll investigate.
All right, what are you looking for? Anything specific?
Hidden passages. That's what we do in D&D.
I mean, this kind of is the hidden passage.
They could have hidden passages in the hidden passage.
That absolutely.
Come take
All
a
right,
look.
you press on a stone and a 10 by 10 stone corridor opens up.
Really?
No.
Perhaps look at the chemistry set. Maybe she has some notes here, or
Yeah, I wanna check
people names.
Yeah, I want to check that out.
Yeah, there's actually a pretty good bit of notes. On the chalkboard is the full, like, chemical layout where it's got, like, all the C's and H's and N's and O's drawn. But it matches up pretty well with that C1, H1, N1, whatever.
Okay.
And so there's that. There's a couple of jars there with what looks like maybe parts of a human brain.
Okay.
You could probably figure out exactly where they came from, at least what species they came from with a little more time and, better facilities.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, most of the notebook is just basically notes. Not very useful. A lot of drug stuff in there, but not much particularly relating to the DMT-19.
Is there anything specific to it?
Just what's on the chalkboard.
Okay. And it says like DMT-19, and that's the chemical. What's that? It's not the equation. Chemical signature. What's it called? The molecule, whatever.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got like the DMT molecule or whatever, and then it's got off to one side, it's got the C1N1 thing from the radio.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take some samples of the brain tissues. If that's the only tissue that's there. But I'm gonna
It
take
is.
some
I mean, you could
samples.
just take the whole jar with you.
I'm a little worried that she's kidnapped and we might get in trouble for this. We already broke into her house.
You also see there's a map on the wall that's got
Okay.
it's a map showing kind of the area of the Black Rock Desert. And there's a spot you can't quite really I mean, you get a pretty vague idea of where it is, but you're not. There's like a red circle on it.
Okay.
It's kind of northwest of the Winnemucca area.
Hmm.
Well, that's
Okay.
ominous.
And Yuri, on the videotape, like I said, you figure out pretty quickly how to rewind it and watch the last little while of the loop. And based on the timestamp, assuming it's accurate, which you think it is, because you saw you guys walk through the living room at about 11:45 on the timestamp. At about 11:30 on the videotape, Callie walked through the living room and then left about 5 minutes later.
Okay, I just read how research works, so it has to be aimed at a project, apparently.
So you guys just missed her by like 10 minutes or so.
So she was
Well,
here like 10 minutes ago? Or give or
Yeah,
take?
she's been
Okay.
she's been there since the whole thing at the Thomas Rayburn's house happened.
Okay. I don't know that though. I'm still sweeping
Was
the rest
the,
of the house.
I'm assuming the other like skinny figure. Who,
No
let's
sign
just
of
call,
it.
Let's just call the Banshee for now. So okay, no sign. Well, I mean, chances are that she's gone to the red circle out in the desert. Well, I'm gonna just destroy the tapes, I guess, if that's all the useful stuff on it.
Yeah, there was really it just showed her, and then a little bit later her leaving, and then a little bit after that you guys coming in.
All right, yeah, Yuri will pull out his lighter and just light the film on fire.
Sadly for you, it's a really old tape, and it was covered with cellulose. The entire house burns down around you.
Oh no!
Grandpa's calling to me.
No, you managed to destroy the tapes without issue. Anything else you guys want to take or do down there?
Computers.
Yeah, you go to the computers. I'm not.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll hack into the computers.
It's not really hacking as much as just turning it on.
Oh okay. One day I'll be able to hack something.
Boots up into Windows 3.1.
Windows
Man.
2 was so much better. 2.4.
There's not a lot of useful information on there. A lot of it's just a repetition of the notes from the notebook that she's typed in to make them more legible. And, Solitaire and Minesweeper.
Okay. Does anybody have a floppy disk?
Not in my pocket.
You find one laying on the desk.
Okay, I'll load over all like 3.5 kilobytes of data on the floppy disk, and then just wipe the computer.
It's it's a double density 3.5-inch disc, so you can fit 1.44 megabytes on it.
Holy guacamole! Alright, I'll do that.
But first you have to format the disc, and that takes a few minutes.
We are not in a rush, right? Probably not. Okay.
No.
I'm probably feeling more of like I'm in a rush, but sweeping the rest of the house. Did I see anything?
Nope, there's nothing. Most of the rooms aren't even carpeted yet.
Jack, you find anything?
I don't know. Should I roll?
You roll if you want.
Would that also be investigation? Though?
That would be like a perception. You could roll investigation if you wanted.
Alright.
Yeah, you see no signs of anything except maybe a smudged chocolate thumbprint on the front door that, upon closer inspection, may have come from a half-melted snow cap that someone was eating.
Damn it. I was eating them while we were watching the video at Rayburn's. All right, I'm going to go back down to the stairs. I'm not going downstairs. I'm like, guys, how we doing?
Yeah, so I'm done. I'm going back upstairs. I got the samples and the map.
This girl's missing now. I don't know if we should file a missing persons report, let the sheriff know that she's missing, or what? That she was taken by this thing.
I do not think the police will be able to help us much. So I think we follow the map. This is probably where she goes. And we take care of this on our own.
Okay.
You're probably going to have a pretty hard time following a map that leads out in the middle of the desert in the middle of the night. I mean, there's no landmarks that you could see or anything like that.
Well, she's in danger. I mean, this thing took her. Lord only knows what's happened to her since. It could have killed her and eaten her as soon as it left the house.
Yeah, she might have had Rohypnol.
That didn't help. Yeah, if she's dead already, there's not much we can do. It didn't look like, it tried to hurt her from the video we saw, so maybe...
Wait, what?
It didn't try to hurt her?
Oh.
You know what? I'm going to retcon here. I'm sorry. I got to do it.
Yeah.
So, on the videotape of the security camera there at the place where the lab is, you saw Callie walk in through the living room, and then nothing else happened until you saw you guys walk into the living room. So she's either in the house somewhere or just completely vanished. Or there's a secret back tunnel out of this weird little dugout room.
Ah, but I didn't find any secret tunnels.
But I'm just like, yeah, I mean, like, this thing could have killed her as soon as it left Rayburn's house.
Well, she made it back here.
What?
Perhaps she faded out of existence.
Wait, what?
What?
I wasn't down there when you guys saw that.
Oh, yeah. We just saw it. We just saw her or something that looked like her on a video that happened 10 minutes here in this house.
What?
Yeah, I swear.
Well, balls.
Crinkly old man balls, some might say.
All right, if they explain to me what they saw, then I'd like us to sweep the house again for any sort of, like, hidden anythings. check outside the house. I don't know what we might be able to find, but I want to check outside the house, especially for anything that looks like it might be those footprints I saw outside of Rayburn's house.
Yeah,
Nick, what
technically,
is
I
the
only really
seepage
looked
like?
downstairs, so I guess I'll just roll again for looking around the house and around it. Well,
Oh yeah, and Yuri, that's a good question. What is the seepage like? I don't see shit.
It's not really high here.
Okay.
I mean, this is all like new construction. Nobody has any like preconceived notions about it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little higher because you're wandering around a place, but that's about it.
Right.
Yeah, but you guys don't find anything out of place or out of ordinary.
Well, we don't have much to go on here. Just a
So she came back alone. There wasn't like, no banshee, tall, skinny, shadowy motherfucker with her?
No.
Huh. No, fuck it. I'm not worried about her anymore. No, I am. But I'm definitely not as worried.
well, we don't really know her. She could be a bad person. I mean,
Well, she could be.
Yeah.
I still don't want her to die. I mean, she was kind of cute. I assume.
She was actually pretty attractive.
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna go check her bedroom then.
I mean, you can look in the bedrooms, but there's no furniture in the house, so you're not sure which one she was sleeping in if she was.
Yeah, I
No
think she was
furniture in
just
the
using
house.
this place. I think she was just using this place as
Wow.
to make her. Was there any of that stuff down there? Any of the was there any of the drug down there? The DMT 19.
Or any of
Not-
the
Sorry, go ahead.
any of the base chemicals to make it, stuff like that.
where was she in the video?
Living room.
Yeah, she came in through the front door, walked through the living room, and then just.
Right, she could have like
walked out.
slipped out a window somewhere in the back
Sure.
of the house or something. But yeah, there were some various chemicals down there. I mean, it's not like you found just a jar of nitrogen.
No, but I mean, I'm assuming she did make whatever drug that she said she took, or that Rayburn said she took. She made that here.
That's probably a fair assessment.
Okay.
I mean, she
Not that
could
helps.
have slipped out the back or out of a window because we pulled up.
Any windows open?
No,
Any windows
and all the
look like they've
all the
been
windows
open?
are. I'm sorry, what's that?
Any windows show signs of having been opened? Like, is the dust displaced?
You roll perception to check for that, but they're all locked too.
In
So
general, my investigation's better. Can I roll that for things like
yeah,
that?
that's fine.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
nothing
easy.
looks like it's been disturbed. All the windows are locked from the inside.
I should admit that she did not leave through a window. It seems that they have been undisturbed.
Hmm.
Perhaps she was a ghost all along.
I think she got replaced by an alien.
Perhaps the ghost took over her body. And now
But then
she's-
where is the alien?
The what? The inn?
The alien.
Well, now you
She
see,
was
I
replaced.
had just stopped worrying about her so much, and now I'm twice as worried.
Not much we can do.
I think I might need to. I think I need to sleep. This has been a very.
Yeah.
This has been an intense evening.
Yeah, like we almost did drugs.
And I think I convinced myself actually that I had taken drugs. I think I was making myself kind of trip out a little, and that was weird. I can only imagine, Yuri, what it's like. Maybe one of these days when we have a little bit of downtime, maybe I'll take a trip with you, man.
Well, maybe we need to make some of this stuff and give it a shot.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I think I might want to do.
Did anybody find a journal or anything?
I found a notebook of just like her chemistry stuff.
I'm wondering if she might have had some information on what she was doing.
Well, we have that map, right, of some desert location out in Black Rock. Other than that, she was cooking up the DMT here and had some brains. I don't know what the brains are for, but they're no longer in whatever.
It
things
looks
that-
like based on the information in the notebook that DMT was not the only thing she was cooking up there. Looks like she might have been making like LSD and meth and stuff too.
Oh, really?
So she was dealing.
Yeah, that was kind of the story that Thomas Rayburn said. She got kind of drummed out of school, lost her scholarship for minor possession charge, and now uses what chemistry she knows to basically make drugs and get money.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really help us with alien abduction. Probably we're going to end up just going to the location on the map.
Yeah, I mean, question is, do we let the cops know, and do we need their help at all?
No, you
I
know,
don't think so.
if she definitely came back to the house, I say, yeah, I'm not gonna let the cops know. If she becomes a missing person, I'm sure someone else is going to report her missing if she's got any friends or family. Eventually, maybe we'll find her before that happens. And I don't necessarily want to be associated with 3 missing people in town yet.
I wonder if there isn't a way we could get the CIA to help out on this. Just a thought.
And maybe we can also contact Lynch with what information we do have on the thing we saw and see if, like, if he's got some sort of, like, similar type of case files he can have, like, expressed to us or something.
Yeah.
Or we could try to make this substance and get somebody to check out what is so special about it.
Oh, I definitely want to do that, too.
Probably should get in touch with Dustin again about the description of this thing.
Well,
We
he was.
also need to talk to Winston Michaels, the doctor.
Yeah, your contact from the MK Ultra, Dustin, was. He had overnighted some information to you.
Oh, that's right.
Is it after midnight yet?
It's pretty close.
I want to go to the car. I want to turn on 96.1. WWMC FM 96.1. I want to see what Mad Dog's playing, yeah.
Mad Dog is playing some Madonna right now.
Ugh, Mad Dog.
It's kind of a pop station, man.
I know. I just wanted to make sure there was nothing creepy going on, like, in the background of the radio station. That would have...
Yeah. And I could probably pull some strings, and I have a CDC connection. CDC labs, if we really want to take it that far.
Well, on my end, I'm just going to sleep on it and then check up on the things that Dustin sent.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at the stuff that he sent as well.
Okay, so back to the
Yeah.
hotel.
I was really hoping you guys would get to that today, but
To what?
I was really hoping you would get to the stuff that.
Well, you got us all choked up over this girl. We had to save her.
Some
You guys
people
care
just
about
can't
her.
be saved, man.
Yes.
Yuri doesn't care too much about it.
Cleve, excellent, man. Edge of my seat and shit, man. Freaking out.
Yeah, the alien, well, I'm assuming it's an alien, but the alien scene was pretty creepy. I liked that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, immensely.
Yeah. What did you say, by the way, you hoped we got to? I didn't hear that.
Oh, I was hoping you would get
Dustin
to you would get far enough where you could see the stuff that Jack's contact sent you.
Ah,
I think we should refer to them as the Dustin Files.
okay. Sounds good.
So yeah, I mean, you guys still got a couple of leads to check out. There's the Dr. Winston Michaels,
Yep.
and there's the Dustin File, and there's that mysterious red circle out in the desert.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm kind of thinking that one more session should wrap this one up.
Ah, spoiler. Okay, cool.
What do you guys think about next week, or would you rather wait 2 weeks?
I would probably rather wait 2 weeks. I'm still trying to do the every other Sunday D&D sessions with my nieces and nephew and brother and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, same here.
Although, like, I mean, like, if they ever lose interest, I would love to do this weekly because I really do dig this a lot.
Well, the thing is, like, I can do weekly if, like, this one I've got it planned out all the way to the end, right? And the next couple I've got kind of the skeletons of, but if I've got something planned out completely, I can totally do weekly. But I may need a little more time kind of between separate things.
Is this the only time slot everyone wants to go with? Because I'm like free all the time.
Well, unfortunately this is the best time slot for me, just because I play way too fucking much D&D.
I'm up for mostly whatever.
Yeah,
I've
I mean, this works out pretty well for me. My weekends are free, but and I know I've complained about this bitterly in the past, but having to wake up at three in the morning to go to work sucks. So I don't do much on the weeknights.
That does suck.
Yeah, and I travel around the country for my job, so sometimes I'll be in a different time zone that really just doesn't work out.
I'm gonna stop the stream.